Mother or monster, her secret battle with postpartum OCD. Becoming a mother should be full of joy, right? But for some, like me, an invisible storm brews beneath that happiness. My story begins moments after bringing my baby home, moments that should have been magical, but instead were filled with fear I couldn't put into words. Something wasn't right. Thoughts crept into my mind, unsettling and invasive. Images, terrifying and unreal, shattered the peace I was expected to feel. These weren't just random worries, they were sharp and suffocating. My breath would catch, my heart would race. Was I losing my mind? Postpartum OCD isn't widely talked about, but it's more common than you'd think. It's not just about normal worries. It's intense, intrusive, and out of control. These thoughts don't reflect who you are. They're fears, not facts. But realizing that wasn't easy. Mothers with postpartum OCD don't want to harm their child. They're terrified of it. This fear becomes an endless loop, fueled by guilt and confusion. The struggle is silent, but it's there. And for me, it grew louder each passing day. At first, I thought I could handle it. I'd brush the thoughts aside, convincing myself it was a phase. But they wouldn't stop. They grew sharper, darker, more frequent. Each day was a battle against my own mind. The guilt was all-consuming. How could I admit these thoughts to anyone? What kind of mother even thinks this way? I feared judgment, rejection, and the possibility of being labeled a monster. So I hid my pain, even as it consumed me. When I finally sought help, my courage was met with misunderstanding. Doctors dismissed my fears as standard new mom anxiety. Their words only deepened my isolation. Was there really no name for what I felt? No one who understood? This misdiagnosis delayed my journey to healing. Without a clear answer, I spiraled further. I felt trapped, unsure how much longer I could bear the weight of the thoughts that controlled my life. Everything changed when I found a doctor who truly listened. For the first time, someone put a name, postpartum OCD, to my nightmare. The relief of understanding was overwhelming. Finally, I wasn't alone. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't a monster. That doctor saved my life. Through them, I learned postpartum OCD is common and treatable. I hadn't heard that before. But now, hope flickered. Help was within reach, and I wasn't giving up. Recovery wasn't a straight line, but it was worth every step. Therapy became my lifeline, especially exposure and response prevention (ERP). It taught me to face my intrusive thoughts without giving them power. Each small victory was a step toward freedom. Medication became part of my journey too. It calmed the storm enough for me to focus on healing. Everyone's path is different, but for me, this combination transformed my life. I was finally reclaiming my mind and motherhood. One of the most powerful realizations? I wasn't alone. I found communities of mothers who had faced the same battle. Together, we shared stories, struggles, and victories. Those connections became a beacon of hope on my darkest days. Postpartum OCD thrives on isolation and silence. By speaking out, I broke its hold on me. If you're watching this, know there's a community waiting for you too. You don't have to fight alone. Society's picture of the perfect mom isn't fair. It pressures mothers to suffer in silence, fearing criticism as they speak up. It's time to challenge this picture. Postpartum struggles don't define a mother's love or capability. Sharing my story has opened conversations, shifted perspectives, and helped others recognize their symptoms. Each voice matters. Together, we can dismantle the stigma and create a world where mothers feel safe to seek help. Recovery after postpartum OCD is not only possible, it's transformational. Today, I'm stronger, more empathetic, and deeply connected to my role as a mom. My scars remind me of my fight, but they also show the strength I never knew I had. Every mother deserves the chance to heal, to feel joy, to trust herself again. Postpartum OCD doesn't control me anymore, and it doesn't have to control you either. Too many mothers suffer in silence, and we need to change that. Share this video, spread the word about postpartum OCD. Let's support moms everywhere and send the message, they are never alone. If you or someone you know struggles with postpartum OCD, seek help today. Together we can break the silence, end the stigma, and create a space for hope, healing, and love.